Is Cole somehow linked to Scorpion and Sub-Zero's story? Will we actually see Shao Kahn in the movie? And did Kano straight up kill Reptile in the trailer? Hi, I'm Dylan, and it has begun. Cole's mystical mark. As the newcomer to the franchise, Cole Young is a character that has a mysterious aura surrounding him. You can just tell that there's more to him than meets the eye. Plus, the dead giveaway is the birthmark on his chest that's shaped like the Mortal Kombat logo. As explained, this ties him to the fabled tournament as a chosen one, but there's certainly a secret or two hiding behind who Cole might really be here. And no, it doesn't sound like he's Johnny Cage. While not giving away anything about his character, Louis Tan told EW it's a unique symbol that will eventually tie into the journey that he's going on. At the same time, the trailer doesn't reveal too much besides what we already know, focusing more on him joining up with Lord Raiden and the other heroes to battle Shang Tsung and his army of bad guys. Without a shadow of a doubt, the uncovering of who Cole truly is will be the biggest reveal of the film, and it might shock the fan base to the core. Good thing that it wasn't spoiled here, or was it? How Jax loses his arms. If it's all in the arms, Jax has the best around, especially his bionic ones. Well, in this movie, he doesn't just put them over his real limbs like in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Instead, they're implants after a frosty encounter with Sub-Zero that didn't go quite according to plan. In a scene that could have been straight out of the video games, the Cryomancer actually freezes Jax's arms and breaks them off! I mean, holy cow! If that doesn't tell you that the movie is gonna be brutal, we don't know what will. After surviving this traumatic ordeal, Jax receives a serious upgrade that powers him up. He gets his brand new guns and puts them to good use straight away, teasing us with a slow clap brutality, which we don't quite see the result of, but hey, we gotta have some surprises for the movie. The question is, will Jax actually get revenge against Sub-Zero after what he did to him, or will that fall to someone else, like Scorpion? And speaking of those two ninjas, no friendship between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Unlike the original Mortal Kombat movie, Sub-Zero and Scorpion will not be on the same side here, which is honestly the way it should be. As the two most iconic fighters from the franchise, it's always been way more fun when they're enemies and stuck in a brutal feud. And judging by the trailer, we'll get to see them clash and show off their famous movesets as well. If you were worried that Scorpion was going to be spearless in this movie, well, he definitely isn't. And he makes sure to utter the one line we all want him to. Get over here! In terms of his mortal nemesis, Sub-Zero shows off his innovative icy powers and announces his arrival on the block in a typical, cool fashion. As revealed by director Simon McCoy, the heat between the two will form a large crux of the movie's plot. He explained to EW that the 10-minute opening sequence will start in feudal Japan, where the two fighters clash for the first time before they were known as Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And that will just be round one of their battles. Sounds like a flawless victory for the fans, don't you think? We're living in Shao Kahn's world. The filmmakers have been keeping most of the casting reveals close to their chest. While we know the primary heroes and villains of the movie, they haven't revealed everyone who will be showing up here. Well, considering this is a Mortal Kombat tournament between the Earthrealm and Outworld, it shouldn't be too much of a shock to see Shao Kahn's statue featured in the trailer. The question is, will the ruler of Outworld actually make an appearance here? In all probability, it's likely that he'll show up in some capacity, maybe towards the end of the film like he did in the original movie. If the main villain here is Shang Tsung though, it makes sense to keep the spotlight on him and not add any more unnecessary villains. The first video game did this exceptionally well, letting the sorcerer shine as the primary antagonist, while saving Shao Kahn for the sequel. Also, Warner Brothers knows very well how bad it can go with the overstuffing of characters in a movie, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, so the studio should be more aware of keeping it simple here. Liu Kang's insane fire dragon. If there's no Shaolin monks, there's no party. Thankfully, both Liu Kang and Kung Lao show up for this reboot. Speaking of the former, fans finally get a real glimpse of his fire powers in this trailer. While his ability to summon fireballs wasn't something fully explored in previous films, he seems to be at his maximum potential here. More impressively, he actually conjures up a fire dragon at one point. Talk about making the poor dragons from Game of Thrones jealous. It's such a departure from, well, this. Finally, this is a version of Liu Kang that looks like it truly captures the mysticism and magic behind the character. as well as all the raw power that he holds inside of him. But will he stay a hero on this journey or break bad like his video game counterpart has in recent games? Time will only tell. The arrival of Goro. Up until now, no one knew if Prince Goro was set to bless us with his four-armed presence. Putting all speculation to rest, he makes a terrific cameo in the trailer, leaving us with no doubt of how humongous and menacing he's set to be. For the filmmakers, they must be thanking their lucky stars they were able to make him fully CGI instead of an animatronic puppet like he was in the original film. While Goro looked impressive, director Paul Anderson has joked about how the character was the biggest diva on set because he kept breaking down and required fixes throughout the production. This time though, the filmmakers were able to get him to do whatever they wanted, so it's obvious that he left all those Hollywood prima donna tendencies back in '95. The question is, who will be the combatant to take him down? We haven't seen any sign of Johnny Cage yet, so it's unlikely to be him. But could Cole be the Prince Slayer here? Mileena's tasty fangs. If you played Mortal Kombat 2, you know that Mileena had a pair of fangs on her that put vampires to shame. Well, the reboot promises to be faithful to the source material, as it's shown off Mileena's fantastic appearance and her bloodlust in the trailer. Her sai looked bloody, and she can't help but take a taste of it. Not so sure if they'll be as appetizing as a pizza, but hey, different strokes, right? With Mileena's appearance confirmed, it leads us to ponder if her twin sister Katana will be showing up as well. While nothing has been confirmed just yet, there's the possibility that she could be popping up when you least expect her. After all, Mortal Kombat loves nothing more than hidden characters. Seriously, we need to see just one scene where the two princesses battle each other. KANO'S hardcore fatality. With a hard R rating, Mortal Kombat is able to give fans the two things they demand from the property: blood and fatalities. And it looks like the filmmakers didn't hold back in both departments. Seen in combat, Kano battles a creature that looks a lot like Reptile, who seemingly teased earlier in the trailer as well. Finishing him off, the Black Dragon member thrusts his fist into his opponent's chest and pulls out his heart. I mean, who needs a surgeon when you have Kano to do this precisional work, right? The thing with fatalities, though, is they're kinda permanent. You know, sorta like death. So we might be seeing a lot of characters perish in this film, and some that not all fans will be happy about. That being said, this is the Mortal Kombat universe where resurrections and new timelines are created all the time. So don't shed any tears over any fallen characters just yet, because it might not be forever. Would you like to see more videos about Mortal Kombat? Let us know in the comments section down below what topics you'd like to see us cover in the future. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for some more awesome videos.